All our lives towards certain goals, getting into and paying for college, buying a home, having children, and then paying for their college.
That's right. And then after all of that, then we've got retirement to think about.
Today, John Wierenga from Wierenga Asset Management is here to talk about a certain segment of the population that really needs to start paying attention either now or very soon. Welcome, John. This is really important stuff.
Thanks for having me again.
I'm thinking about this because I've checked some of those off my list. I'm kind of looking toward that college for my kids and retirement too, but retirement is what we're focusing on today.
Yes. What happens is, not as a rule, but so often, life has all of these commitments and things that we go through, and with that, our expenses, of course. You know, we graduate, we start out, and of course, we're a happy graduate, and and then the bill comes, student loans, all of those things, and so there's obviously an investment there, but yet an expense. So that kind of takes a back seat to, or this takes a front seat to versus retirement. And so then what typically happens is you finish college, and then many of us, we get married, and so of course there's an expense with that as well. And but at that point, hopefully many folks are able to contribute to a 401k through their employer plan, and especially if an employer is matching, you really want to take advantage of that because it's pre-tax, and you may not be able to do a lot, but a little is helpful.
Just get started.
Right, right.
When you talk about just getting started, now there are so many different ways that you can start planning for retirement, excuse me, but what is really the age that people should start thinking about really putting away?
Well, they can start at age 18 if they can, but it's not realistic. Many don't. But yeah, you can, as long as you have earned income, you can start putting away into tax-advantaged retirement plans like IRAs and 401ks and 403bs, Roth IRAs, all of those things. But it's a challenge for most when you have these things that take place.
Because even after this, another step, another milestone comes along.
Right.
And it's a very, very expensive milestone. Then
comes the little bungalow.
Yeah, you want a home for your, spouse, your eventual family.
Yes. And an investment in and of itself.
Right, your biggest investment for most people. And
so there's that obligation, and so you're now, of course, having to save a little more for the down payment. But yeah, there again, when these things come up in life, retirement, it's still 30 years away. Let's not worry about it. And this is great as well. And so there again, that comes part of the picture. And then many times again, what becomes part of the picture is a baby.
Welcome, or 2 or 3.
Or
Know that.
And again, a wonderful blessing in life, but again, a financial obligation, and retirement, kind of takes a back seat again. But again, encourage folks to, put away as much as they can through the retirement plan, especially. And that doesn't need to be a lot, because all of these things, of course, have obligations, and they're investments in and of themselves. And but if you could put a little bit in, that'd be great.
So you wanted to pinpoint a certain age group that, for a lot of these steps and milestones, will have been completed. For this age group, what are we talking here? How old?
Well, usually, a lot of the folks that we see have gone through all of this. And that cycle starts all over with them. So they have their kids, and they're raising their kids, and they're busy with all of those things. And then their kids have graduations and have to pay for college. And then the wedding comes up. And I have many clients that have come in, and they're in their 50s, and they're saying, all right, my kids are through college, and the house is maybe paid off or close to paid off, and the weddings are over, you know, and now we need to get serious about retirement. And so that's, but the good thing of that is many times couples like that or individuals are at the peak of their career.
Right.
And so they can really start to soak it away.
Okay, I'm curious of, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot, is how much do you have to put away? How do I know what's going to make me comfortable? You know, and at what age I have to have a certain amount of money to be able to meet my obligations?
What we do with every client, and when they come in, and this is part of the review that we do with them, and we visit with them once a year, is we plug in all of those numbers. This is what I have in retirement plan so far. Here's my income. Here's what expected Social Security will be, or a pension. And whether it's 30 years before retirement, and we plug a date in there, say it's 65 or 70, or some may want to retire, say I want to retire at age 60. And so we put that all in there, put an expected return on their current assets, and then, well, Mr. and Mrs. Client, this is what you need to put away every month or every year in retirement dollars. Or it could be a specific goal. Maybe we want to buy a lake home. So we set that there and we plug away at that.
Wow. So it's never too early to start. So someone in their 30s could call and say, okay, this is the lifestyle that I would like to lead after retirement, and what can you do to help me?
Yes, yes. Yeah. But it's just many of the folks that we see get to their, 10 years, maybe 15 years out from retirement, and have the cash flow now to get really serious about it.
Yeah.
And so we plug those numbers in, and we take, a lot of times folks will leave old 401k plans if they've left an employer and they've left it there. We'll roll those into one self-directed IRA, and then balance that according to their objectives.
And you're the man who can help create the plan. You have a special that you're offering to 8West viewers, so if people want to call and kind of get the wheels moving, there's going to be extra incentive. Why don't you tell us about it?
If you call or visit our website before 5 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, we will offer the first initial review, the portfolio analysis, which is a $150 value, for free.
Wow.
And you can do that either by calling the numbers or the website, and you can right on the website log that as well.
Wow, that's a great way to get started, John.
Right.
And thank you so much. You have a lot of expertise and can kind of get people on that path so they feel comfortable.
I'm already
getting
thinking
into
about
those years.
retirement.
I am
so
too.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
This is 8West.